This is my student support system. Keep watching, keep learning.
The skin comes under integumentary system. The skin, sometimes referred as the integumentary system, makes a protective covering of our body. It protects our body in a number of ways. The skin is the largest organ of our body and has a surface area about 1.5 to 2 square meter in an adult. There are two main layers of skin, or we can say skin is made up of two layers, epidermis and dermis. First of all, we will discuss the epidermis. Epidermis is the most superficial layer of the skin and is composed of stratified keratinized squamous epithelium. There are no blood vessels or nerve ending in the epidermis. So here we can see this is the epidermis layer. Epidermis contains four key cell types. What are these? These are keratinocytes, melanocytes, Langerhans cells and Merkel cells. So what are these? We will now discuss about these four types of cells. First is keratinocytes. These cells are organized in four layers, topmost layers. They are responsible for producing a protein called keratin. And keratin is a tough fibrous protein that provides protective power to the skin. Second one is melanocytes. Melanocyte cells produce a pigment melanin that is responsible for skin color. Next one is Langerhans cells. These cells are part of the immune system and arise from the red bone marrow. These cells migrate from the bone marrow to the epidermis and then Merkel cells. A Merkel cell has the ability to have contact with the flattened process of sensory neurons and make a synaptic disc and help in the sense of touch. Now we come to the different layers of epidermis. The superficial and deeper layers of epidermis have approximately 5 layers. These are stratum basal, stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum, stratum lucidum, and stratum corneum. So this is from deep to top level. Now again we will discuss these different layers one by one. First one is stratum basal. As the name suggests, it is at the base. Okay, so here this is the stratum basal, and after that dermis starts. So epidermis layer is from here to here. The stratum basal is the deepest layer of the epidermis. This is made up of a single row of columnar cells. So this is the columnar cell layer and this is the known as stratum basal. And these cells are keratinocytes which rest on a basement membrane. So there will be a basement membrane and then keratinocytes are arranged on it. This layer provides a definite border between dermis and epidermis. Here you can see clearly this is a larger picture. So this is the basement membrane and these are the keratinocytes. So this is stratum basal. Second layer is stratum spinosum. Stratum spinosum lies above the stratum basal. So this is the basal and this is stratum spinosum. This layer is composed of several layers. The keratinocytes in this layer have spine-like projections. That's why we call it spinosome layer. The keratinocytes are tightly packed here. This tight packing arrangement provides strength and flexibility to the skin. Here you can see these are the spines. This is stratum spinosum, and these are the cells, keratinocytes. Next one is stratum granulosum. The stratum granulosum lies above the stratum spinosum. So this layer is stratum granulosum. There are 3 to 5 layers of flattened keratinocytes. These cells contain granules. That's why we call it stratum granulosum. These granules are made up of water-resistant lipid, protecting the body from losing the excess fluid and at the same time protecting against the entry of microbes. Here, this is stratum granulosum. Granules are clearly seen. Next layer is stratum lucidum. There are 4 to 5 layers of flat dead cells. So this is stratum lucidum. This layer is not found on all aspects of body, only the area of thick skin. For example, heels. The cells have no nucleus and they are tightly packed, providing barrier to fluid loss. Here, this is stratum lucidum layer. And uppermost layer is stratum corneum. This is the outermost layer of epidermis and is made up of several layers. About 25 scale-like layers of dead keratinocytes are there. This layer provides physical barrier to the light and heat waves, microorganisms, chemicals, and injuries. This layer is continuously rubbed off and new layer come from the below. So in this way, the topmost layer is rubbed off and these layers come on the surface. So these skin layers are continuously rubbed off and new layer comes up. Here you can see in this picture, this is stratum corneum. So complete replacement of epidermis take place in about 30 days. Next is dermis. The second and deeper part of the skin is dermis. This is composed of strong connective tissue containing collagens and elastic fibers. So here up to this level there is epidermis and now dermis starts. It is made up of fibers that are collagen and elastic. This woven interlaced network of fibers has great tensile strength. So tensile strength to the skin is provided by dermis. Dermis can be divided into two layers, papillary aspect and reticular aspect. The papillary layer connects dermis to the epidermis. The fingerprints arises from this layer. Reticular aspect is attached to the subcutaneous layer, consists of dense irregular connective tissue containing fibroblast, bundles of collagens and some porous elastic fibers. Rupture of elastic fibers occur when the skin is overstretched, resulting in permanent tear or stretch mark that may be found during pregnancy and in obesity. The structure lies in the dermis are blood vessels, lymph vessels, sensory nerve endings, sweat glands and their ducts, hairs, erector pili muscles and subcutaneous glands.
My student support system. Keep watching, keep learning.